I'm going to make a prediction that every single female in Sydney's western suburbs said this week.
Oh my god, did you watch the drama on MAFS?
And to answer my own question, I did, and it was more boring than looking at an air conditioner. So we instead decided to go on girls' night because, oh my god, loose lips sink ships. I've got to say, watching Married at First Sight as a guy is legitimately hard work. You know when housewives are always saying, we don't get paid for doing cleaning work, we should be getting the same salary. We should get a salary to watch a show that looks like it is completely designed. The set, the producer, all the behind the scenes are just pieces of chicken from a Streetwise combo. It looks like you're watching KFC and it feels like it. It's funny for 5 minutes and then after that you feel really sick. And to give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Oh, just, try and earn a trust back or just being open and honest with her again and put a bit of romance into it and see how we go.
Hamish and Andy perfectly combined, otherwise known now as Handy, busting out the romance in the only way rural Australians know how, with shitty cheeses from Coles.
Got to try and woo her somehow.
Gotta try and woo her somehow. With what? $2 bread?
What better way than bloody wine and cheese butter? There we go. Try to get out of the doghouse.
He didn't even take it out of the plastic wrapper. He's using the plastic wrapper as a display that you would see in Chinese banquets where they kind of make origami swans.
Hey, Duff.
What's this?
I'd like to know as well, Cloudface Woman. They're using the music from Sam Harris's podcast.
Hey, Duff.
What's this?
We didn't add this. This is in the show because it is the world's smallest Venn diagram. The only human beings on Earth that listen to Waking Up with Sam Harris and watch Married at First Sight is editors that work at Channel 9. By the way, you've got to feel sorry for them. They'd probably have to sift through 20 hours of footage to get the most interesting hour, and this is the best they can do.
On the Gold Coast, the boys' night and girls' night.
That sound is so indicative of really low-class women. It hasn't changed since early settlement days, has it? That distant, faint sound of drunk women yelling, "Ah!" If you work at the Meat and Wine Co., you know what I'm talking about.
Are in full swing.
Swing them around and swing them down. What? Around the man, what?
Damn. You really see who's below 100 IQ by who's laughing at the dugong woman pretending to do cowgirl dancing, because everyone who's a moron is crying with laughter going, "Ah!"
So Martha was just telling us about her husband.
No, I think we have genuine chemistry.
I didn't know that Snooki snuck herself onto another reality show. This is just like when you see American celebrities on The Australian Voice and you think, how low has your career sunk? I know you haven't released a hit in 20 years, Ricky Martin, but do you really need that money? You came up with Live a Vida Loca. Did you snort all of it?
I like him and I can tell he likes me. He tells me that he likes me.
That's how she could tell. He shows her.
Like a really fit guy with a lot of stamina.
Jesus, she's 26 and she's called Martha. She must be the only human being in Australia called Martha that's under the age of 90.
It's like 10 kilos as well at the with him.
Oh, they are not. They left.
Yeah, they left. Oh, Matt and Lauren are gone, yeah.
This is really sad. This is just filming basically an AA meeting, isn't it? Everyone's smashed. Look at Dugong Woman's face.
I felt so sorry for Matt. This poor man that's going through all this stuff.
It's a behaviour pattern in your brain, babe. That's what it is.
I don't know, it was off screen, but that was the closest thing I've heard to legitimate psychological analysis on this show, and it has 3 quote-unquote experts on it. And she's perfectly suited for the show as well, because she finished it with, "It's a behaviour pattern in your brain, babe." That is exactly who needs to be on that expert panel. And on top of that, she's not annoying and doesn't seem to get offended like the one that everybody wanted off, because the only time she's ever said anything was to go, "I'm sorry, did you just drop the C-bomb?" You're not an expert. You are a librarian at a primary school, aren't you? Just come clean.
Matt and Lauren leaving didn't really bother me.
Like, I just focus on myself.
I know everyone hates her because she's clearly a sociopath, and on top of that, it looks like she was born with a dog turd inside the womb. Like, her face constantly looks like it's absolutely disgusted. There must just be, like how there was those little demon children following around Judas in Passion of the Christ, there must just be this dog turd about 3 feet away from her that's invisible to everybody else, constantly following her around going, smell it. But having said all of that, here is a defense that overrides all of her glaring faults. She's funny.
I felt so sorry for Matt because I don't know, people that have social anxiety.
Why'd you get it?
No, that's out of line. On the way here to this drinks, I was nervous and had anxiety.
Yeah, babe, I get anxiety.
Yeah, well,
Have a drink.
Oh!
As soon as you're in a social situation and someone says,
That's out of line.
the only time that ever works is if you're around really rough, dumb people. They love getting into this like,
You stepped out of line of this line that I just imagined in my head.
That's just something you don't touch on, girls. That's low. That is extremely low.
there we go. Exhibit A. The woman who looks like Luna Park, and not the happy one in Sydney either, the terrifying Melbourne one. Matt, just play her yelling over the top of a picture of that Melbourne Luna Park face. Only then does it make sense.
Hey! No, that's out of line. It's just something you don't touch on, girls. That's low. That is extremely low.
I've lived with PTSD my whole life. I don't sit here.
So you should have some understanding then, shouldn't you?
Yes, go dog turd woman. She is female Ben Shapiro, isn't she? Totally triggering cucks. Matt, put a little fedora over her head.
Babe, use your bloody brain.
So good when dumb people say,
Use your brain.
You came here to do something really amazing, and I will always support that. Do you know what though? I just can't. I can't.
Okay, ready, stop. Yeah, I don't know how to calm them down.
This is how you know you shouldn't be in a relationship with a woman. If when they're angry, they do this. This is not an argument. This is just annoying.
Elizabeth is dying for a fight, but I just stared at her and I'm like, if you ever think I'm going to drop to your pathetic level, like you are out of your mind.
She's the best one out of all of them. The one that cheated on someone else's partner is the best of them.
Missed out on a lot.
Please tell me.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know the nun from The Conjuring 2 was on this show. I wasn't ready for that.
You've missed out on so much.
I knew you were the one to.
Oh, babe, while you were away, I just heard that Ines has been hanging out in the sauna with Sam.
Listen to how tanked they are. This should be illegal to film people and put it on national television when someone's sitting there going, it was the craziest night. I mean, the news was just on.
Ines, do you hook up with Sam in the sauna?
Why don't you come here and say it to
Maybe
me
I can come.
instead of screaming?
Maybe I can come.
Oh, that swagger. Who does she think she is? Vince McMahon. There's always one woman on these reality shows who has watched way too much Love and Hip Hop and thinks that they're a black chick in New York and tries to be all sassy, but it's like, no, you're on the Gold Coast. You probably f***ed a schoolie when the camera was off. You're not hanging out with Jay-Z. You don't get to have this attitude.
Do you hook up with Sam in the sauna?
Ooh, that was edited as well. It just goes, did you hook up with Sam in the sauna? She couldn't even say a really simple sentence. She's that smashed.
Don't raise your voice at me. Be a civil, decent human being. I think this is actually your problem.
Why'd you come in and attack me when I first came in?
What do you mean? Can I say
You
hi?
were just very much like very opinionated about a lot of things.
Again, that thing that they always do of just projecting what they are, going, you're really opinionated about a lot of things. Yeah, but you, of all people, honey.
You're just constantly carrying on. It's like you're a walking problem.
Oh my gosh.
There's some big words, aren't they?
There's some big words, aren't they? You're a walking problem. And she's just like, hold on a second. I've got to Hamish McDonald this and really break it down.
Look at how you're standing at me, dude. Like, get away.
She's a legend. She reminds me of the really bitchy chicks in high school that are always going, did you know that nobody likes you, miss? She's mad. Well, I'm really sad that she's off.
I have heard that they were hooking up in the sauna. And I'm not the only one, because clearly even Jules has just asked you, do you like Sam? And then Mel just asked you, do you like Sam? Did you not think for a second, why is it that all these women are turning around and asking?
Damn, she shouldn't be a HR consultant, should she? She should be a detective that purely operates in the West. There should be an NCIS spin-off called NCIS Granville.
Where did the rumors start from?
Martha, the actual rumour is that you got the picture of them in there.
That I put a picture of them. I don't have any photos of anyone. You can check my phone. Yeah, I feel like it's just Chinese whispers. Like we've seen maybe Sam and Ines cross paths in the hallway, and it's gone to I've got video footage of a porn scene that they're in the sauna.
You know what's really funny? Watching these people freak out and then thinking about climate change.
To set the record straight, the sauna never happened, but sounds nice. Where's the sauna? Where's Sam?
I came here for a good time.
And Martha didn't get photos, but like, they would be hot photos if she did. Elizabeth is actually pretending like she doesn't want Sam. She even said to me, take him, babe. I did take him.
She is having a better joke streak than Bill Shorten on The Project, and that is saying something.
If only they knew the truth. I can't wait to tell them, like, it's gonna be so bad.
Let's go!
Like, it's gonna be awful.
No, but it really wasn't. And see, this is what I'm learning from this show. Dumb guys kind of sit there and go, pretty gutted to be honest, but that's life, isn't it? You gotta bounce back. They sound like they're the team captain of the Roosters talking about the game afterwards. But chicks, when they're stupid, freak out. This whole show should be called Girls' Night, and they perfected it, but really what they should be doing is making that an entire hour. Just saying, there's a table, here's unlimited booze, go for it. As always, make sure that you give this a like and a share, because people need to know my personal recap of Married at First Sight. 9 Honey does not have enough of that coverage. See you on Friday, and remember the Earth is actually dying and the Liberals don't have a policy for it. See you next week.
Please share and comment below. Comment.